or make a case against Diddy because they're interested in a settlement. And it's really all reactive because they're all coming off the heels of the Cassie situation. And they're further even coming more because now he's arrested, charged with a crime. And they're looking at it like they're saying this is the end game. So I don't know if that's true, but we'll see. It's kind of interesting that we're seeing that, some like, I mean, this woman was like balling, bro. Did y'all see this? Like, she's balling, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when I was watching, I was like, oh my God, like, look. Dog, I watched this woman cry and I was just like, dude, look.
Yeah.
Look.
Which has made me feel even more alone in my struggles. I go through spells of being distant and withdrawn that it's sometimes so hard to leave my house. The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health.
Nah, she was overacting there. I ain't gonna cap with you. She was overacting here. I ain't even saying she not no victim, but like, yo, come on, bro. You know what's so funny? I think this shit was from like 2002. It's like 20 years ago. She, whatever. Anyway, somebody told me to go look up something. I don't know who sent the donation. I want to read it again. By the way, as far as Jay-Z, someone said, yo, I should check out, and thank you for the donation for that. Who said that? Trap Thoughts, thank you for the 20. He says, Act, you got to see the video of Jay-Z punching and shoving a woman. Let's watch it.
Yo, this is a dance floor. I'm fucking Jackie Jackson. You know that, nigga. Man, I'm fucking Jackie Jackson, little bitch. Feel it. The Cali porno star. International PI. The VI. Being in this pimp world. He probably fucking your girl. The clip liquor. Big dick. I ain't no hair. Take you with a pistol. Make you eat your girl's menstrual. You got sickle. Talk to Satan. 6 triple. Niggas for niggas.
I don't know. What the fuck is this? I never heard the context behind that. Everybody got music behind. Like, what's the context? Okay. Here's some context. As Mr. Carter walks in the room, he has a rather irritated look on his face and without hesitation lashes out on the unidentified female in the video. Video is brief but shows a lot. Oh. I don't know. Oh, Jay-Z told us last week that the woman Shaka Pilgrim is one of his best friends, insisting we were playing. Backstage director Chris Fiore said he left out footage where they were both laughing and hugged immediately afterwards. Let's see what she said. Shaka Pilgrim, Jay-Z. Has she spoke about it?
9 on the Hard Knock Life Tour, Jay-Z assaulted Rockefeller executive Chaka Pilgrim. He aggressively pushed her hard in the face, and despite the severity of the incident, she never filed charges, and it was ultimately swept under the rug.
Okay. Is this her? Okay, this is her in 2017.
I mean, it's just what it is, right? A lot of times, I mean, people say ego, right? But if you're chartering, territory that's never been charted, you go about forming relationships. And I'm like, oh my God, I think.
I don't know if she addresses Jay. Apparently it was playful. I don't know. I'm not going to take it out of context. If she's still alive and she's not talking about it, it's like, is she crying? Like, if she's speaking positively about it, like, what the fuck? Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. So that, and then Florence, thank you for the donation. You said I should look at what soft white underbelly. And you said look into Sugar Baby Tanya. Sugar Baby Tanya? Tanya? Who's that? Who's that? Sugar Baby Who knows Tanya? Did you give me the right name? You said Sugar Baby Tanya, timestamp 13. She talks about almost sex trafficked and going to Diddy's party. I'm on that channel. Could you give me the name? Hopefully you're still in the chat. What am I looking for? So, Tanya. I don't see any Tanya. Is Tanya. Does anyone know what she's talking about? Sounds like an interesting like video. Tanya. Okay. So someone said it's Tanea. No, that's not it. It can be They gave me a timestamp. The timestamp is 13 minutes. So it can't be this. This is only 11 minutes. Can't be this. I don't know if y'all can see it. This is 11 minutes and this is 8 minutes. Fuck. Try Tanya or Tanya. Who are these people? It's unlisted. Why y'all say it's unlisted? Oh. Hold on. Okay, this is the woman's
real reasons why or what really happens. They don't know because they wasn't.
So apparently this was on the Soft White Underbelly YouTube channel, the archives. And apparently this video came out before all the allegations. So just to put in perspective, this video is before any allegations are made.
There. And that would affect me emotionally. But I got myself into a situation where I was about to get sex trafficked. And this was like,
what?
This was like 3 years ago. And I was just like, it was a close one. You know, I came up on this prince and he was Arabian and he flew me to Miami and he said I was going to be there for 2 weeks. We were in a $30 million house and I ended up being there for a month and I had to escape. Okay. And we were meeting so many girls and girls from Love and Hip Hop was coming in the house and celebrities was there and all of this stuff. But it started to get real weird. You know, it was a lot of drugs. And like, I don't do hard drugs like that. Like I was smoking weed, you know, and they were doing hard drugs and stuff. And it was just like, it was getting, like my gut was telling me something bad is about to happen. But he was trying to like distract us with buying this stuff. We was going shopping and doing all these things. And for some reason, I felt like I'm used to getting shit. But like this right here, where am I about to be tomorrow? And why are we still here? So then he says, well, we're going to go to Cuba. So the girls start talking in the house and they're like, girl, I got to get back home. And he said that I can't leave. And I'm like, well, what is he going to do with us? Then, you know, we had went to some celebrity's house and we ended up at P. Diddy's house. And I just started hearing conversations and I just got sex trafficking from it because, you know, I heard the prince saying something like, oh, you can have whoever you want. Like he was like selling us, you know? So I'm like, is this sex trafficking? Like, what the? And it gave me a whole nother outlook on everything too. And I had to like really like pump my brakes on how I do things. And maybe because a week before that, I had just said like, I want to be in Miami. I want to be around royalty. I want a nigga to spend this much amount. And I realized everything that I said that I wanted, it came like the next week. But it didn't come how I wanted it to. And I don't like nobody saying I can't leave, you know, when I want to. Like if I got to get back to LA, handle some business. I'm a mother. Like, what you mean I can't leave? So.
You have kids?
Yeah, yes.
How many kids?
5 kids.
You have 5 kids?
Yes.
So you need money to take care of them. Are you raising your kids?
Oh, yeah. I'm raising my kids. They're all with me. But at a point in time, I'm going to keep it real. They wasn't. You know what I'm saying? They are now. They wasn't. It was always at my grandma's house, at my mom's house, because I had shit to do. And I was in the music, you know. I was singing with YG at that time. And I had been for like a long time. But in and out of that, the music wasn't paying. So I really had to finesse. And I would be meeting like people in the industry and I'd be finessing them too, you know. But I made sure with them, we would have like relations, but I wouldn't like have sex with them because I didn't want it like coming up. Like, oh, you fucked that producer, or oh, you did that, right? So I was real low key, but they understood, like, you know, you got mouths to feed. But at the end of the day, I've been through so much, and I always think, like, why do I do this shit? Like, you know,
All right. All right, man. What we ain't gonna do, chat, is to. So even me, I'm fascinated about, you know, as much as you think I'm industry, I'm fascinated about like the depths and levels of power, and the idea of not necessarily coercion, but what people do to convince you, right? Like hearing this woman's story, isn't that, it doesn't jump off the page to me. Why? Entertainment and sex work have always ran parallel. I'm going to be very honest with you and very clear with y'all. People have tried to, rappers, for example, I'll give you this as a thing, right? And I don't know if this is sex trafficking. I don't know. But this is very normal, just to let you know. At got some clout. At runs a media platform. They call me powerful. I just be at the crib, but they call me powerful. That's what they say, right? Rappers, executives at times want me to come out and hang out. Really, they want to just be cool with you, that they could get access to your platform, that they could use it as a funnel to send whatever they want to send through to make them a lot of money, right? Like, that makes sense, right? I don't want to go nowhere. Like, even these days, I don't want to go to, I've gotten invites from some of the most powerful people to like, yo, when are you coming out to LA? And I'm like, never. Like, LA's dead to me. I don't ever want to go to LA. Like, LA is just weird. I like Miami though, but like, I haven't gone anywhere recently. This is what happens in the industry. When niggas, and I'm not saying necessarily me, but they have said it to me. Like, yo, the way to encourage someone to come out, or even get somebody to somewhere where you can have a meeting with them, but you want them to have fun, that maybe they could agree to maybe doing a deal with you or something like that, they offer women. That's definitely a fact, right? Like, I mean, like, that shouldn't be news. Yo, I got bitches for you. Like, I mean, you don't even gotta be rich or famous. Like, if your homie tell you to come out to the spot, you might be like, oh, nigga, I'm lazy. I'm in the crib. I just work to double. You'd be like, yo, I got a bitch for you right now. Like, she bad. He sent you the picture of her gram. You're like, I'm getting ready. Like, that's kind of, so the industry uses that on steroids, right? So it's like, all right, bet. I want to be cool with Ak, or I want to sign artist A. I bring them out, and then I have a lot of women who are just kind of around. They're not going to know they're sex workers. For all they know, they just think I'm the fucking man. I'm here. I got a bunch of quote unquote sex workers I done paid to fuck whoever. They come around me. We talk a little business. We have a little whatever. Yo, he sees one girl he likes. Like, I could act like I'm the dude set. Yo, oh, you like her? Yo, I'm gonna put you on. It's a sex worker. Tells a chick to go fuck you. You over here thinking, damn, oh man, this guy is pretty cool. Like, he just, damn, yo, he, like, this is my man's. We chilled. We talked some business. he got the bitches who I'm fucking. Yeah, you end up doing business with the nigga. Really, the nigga just brought in some prostitutes, some sex workers, and just paid them to be there that they could. That's how, like in reality, like someone told me this, and this is very true. The most important business meetings are never done in the office. They're done in the strip club, the nightclub, is done at somebody's crib, is done at after parties. Why? Because at the end of the day, people's minds, fuck logic. If a nigga basically, play this. If I'm like some big powerful guy, I'm Diddy, okay? Just for the scenario, I'm Diddy. Just for the scenario. I want to do a deal with you, right? I bring you out, whatever. Like, we talking this and third. Like, the smart guys, and I've heard that executives do this and A&Rs do this. They'd be like, damn, well, you never fucked the Asian bitch? What? Man, come on, man. Like they find out your kinks. Like, they basically just, whatever your desires are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think I just told a story, like, I won't mention the name now, but it's just like, fucking executives trying to sign an artist, learns what car the artist likes, buys the artist a car before he signs. Why? Let me give you whatever desire you have that you could sign this paperwork. Okay, yo, you never fucked an Indian bitch? I got you. Oh, where you never did know? I know you had to have a threesome. You never had a threesome before? Man, who the two baddest bitches in here you like? Them two? I bet. Say less, man. I got you. Yo, matter of fact, yo, you're the guy. Like, yo, you gotta do this deal with me. All right, I'm gonna listen. These hoes, I got them. Like, I'm gonna. By the time you're gonna fuck both of them tonight, you on cloud 1,000,000. You end up fucking both chicks. You're like, damn, this nigga really like that. He told me what was gonna happen, and it happened. Granted, these are fucking sex workers. They were gonna fuck any nigga. They would have fucked a fist that night. They didn't give a fuck. But it's part of kind of the gig. You lure people in by offering money, gifts, cars, women. Now, again, this is what I've seen, like, kind of just been like freely thrown around there. You know what I mean? Like, you'll go to an event, it might be like, yo, come to this boat party. And you go to boat party, it's like 40 bad bitches. I've been there in Miami, all 8s and up. You're like, God damn. And all of a sudden, you know what they say to you? You be like, yo, damn. Which one's your girl? Ain't none of my girls. They're all your girl. You what girl you want? Yeah, like, they do offer women up to people. If you a hot rapper, about a sign, an A&R probably gonna get you some pussy, some weed, some coke. Like, that's just kind of what happens. Nobody's gonna officially talk about it. Like, what do you think happens when, like, every artist has this memory? Every new artist, and you got to be a person connected to an artist for you to understand what I'm saying. Every new artist, 100%, every new artist has this memory of them supposedly just signing or about to sign, especially if they were getting down with, I won't name specific record labels because, shit, I used to have some business with them. But, like, even Capitol. If you were signing to Capitol back in the day, you had to do that LA trip. Y'all always staying at the same hotel. And if you had somebody who was in A&R trying to kind of court you or whatever the case is, you show up with maybe your mama or your daddy or maybe your uncle from the block. Then you bring like 3 or 4 of your homies. It's you and 3 other dudes. They want to show you a good time. They want to show you LA's lit. Bro, they're not just going to bring you out to the open market and let's see what happens. Bro, they get a couple of bitches to fuck you. That's how it works. Be like, all right, the same bitches fuck the same rappers. And then you know what they do? They be like, yo, okay, all right, cool. Well, as soon as you get there, and that's another thing that nobody will admit. Yo, you could ask your record label to get you coke, pills, everything. Trust me. But no record labels, like, that's not in their official job title. Nobody's gonna admit that. Like, oh yeah, I used to get my artist pills. Like, fuck out of here. Like, no record label's gonna tell you that. But they all have done it. Because if an artist is in the studio and says, yo, bro, I need a perk right now, man. I need a perk 30. And your A&R is sitting right there. Trust me, calling somebody to get that for you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, there's a lot of like this like weird like gray area shit. But essentially, music and entertainment goes hand in hand with women and prostitutes. Like, a lot of these women are offering up, like, sex workers. Sex workers get used in the like. I could imagine trying to say I work at, let me not bring up some agencies because I am signed to an agency, but if you're trying to sign somebody to one of these, the big 3 agencies, and you bring out, and this is a movie star, and the movie star says he likes strip clubs. Bro, you think you're not about to bring him out to the club, use the agency card, buy a bunch of bottles, get a bunch of singles, and then tell a bitch to suck his fucking dick, that you could get him to sign on. When he has that experience, I ain't gonna be like, yo, that's the guy. Yo, I gotta sign with this agency. He know, like he had me. I had the most lit time of my life. So of course, sex work goes hand in hand with the industry. I guess we have to figure out which part does it turns into sex trafficking. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's illegal for sex work to be involved with the industry, everybody go to jail. Everybody just check in today. Because these executives, these A&Rs, your manager, everybody's gonna go. They're gonna pay some bitch to suck your dick. They want you to be happy. They're gonna get you some drugs and some pussy. That's how it works. Like, this is nothing crazy. Now, I'm not speaking for because I see some, like, I'm not speaking for every woman, but like, I'm only listening to somebody said I should listen to the whole part. I only see this 3-minute part. I'm listening to what she said, and it sounds like a woman who probably was just getting offered up to the industry. I don't know if that's sex. It feels like it's sex work. I don't think it's sex trafficking. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, women like this get brought to, yo, when you're in the industry, you show up to a party, there's 30 girls, there's 8 dudes. All 30 girls got some type of incentive to be there. Now, again, I'm only speaking to this is sex work and how it relates to the industry. I'm not speaking towards the Cassies and whoever else who believe they got literally R-worded or taken advantage of. I'm just only speaking towards sex work. So I know some of y'all are shocked. For me, I'm not that shocked, and I'm saying that's not abnormal. If you go link with, if you an artist that about to go link with Atlantic and they fly you to New York, and the person, the A&R or whoever who's like chopping it up with you, you tell them like, yo, say you have like you coming on a Friday, they're hoping you sign that Monday. They're gonna wine and dine you. Oh, go to dinner with so and so. You got studio time here. That's how they do it. That's how. If any artist who's ever got the wine and dine treatment from these labels, that's how they do it, bro. You got dinner tonight. You have blah 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 at you have studio the next night. Oh, and by the way, if you want to go out, you have a section at this spot. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of that comes with the artist being like, all right, but what's up with the bitches? and they these labels know how to appeal to black men. And I'm not gonna say black men, just men. Oh, the bitches? What type of girl you like? All right. Now, if that's sex trafficking, as I said, lock the whole industry up. Because they use sex and drugs to get every artist. That's a fact. Okay. Speaking of you seen what? Okay. All right. Anyway, maybe I strayed off the path for a second. Let me show this next thing that's happening. So again, and this is making some of the accusers, again, you know, this doesn't reflect on Cassie, but the rest of these people who are making accusations, this is going to reflect on them. So one of the accusers for Diddy, their lawyer wants to drop them. Imagine that. Every lawyer, for the most part, Chad, these lawyers are doing this pro bono. If right now you say your asshole hurts and the last thing you remember was taking a drink from Sean Combs in a Diddy party, and your asshole still hurts 15 years to the day every time you take a shit, they're going to be like, let's sue him. Let's get it going on. Maybe we could get some type of settlement. Now, maybe not the $30 million that allegedly Cassie got, but maybe you could get, I don't know, $300,000, $400,000. Fuck it. Still money, right? So these lawyers are doing it and are representing the majority of these clients, because the way it usually works is like they get like a third or something like that, right? It's like a third. So if you get $300,000, they get $100,000. And in reality, they have no plans of going to trial. They just file some crazy complaint, do maybe like $3,000 worth of paperwork after that in terms of billed hours. And they hope that the motherfucker settles, right? Give us $300,000, we bust it down. That's a good profit. Now, these lawyers are doing most of these cases for free, and these alleged victims are getting lawyers for free, so it's like a thing that just won't stop. Except in this one situation, the lawyers of this victim says they don't want to be a part of this shit no more. Now, the alleged victim's name is the victim that goes by the name of, where's her name? Andrea English. Her attorneys are saying that they want to withdraw as her lawyers because they're saying there's a breakdown in attorney-client relationship, and they're citing irreconcilable differences. Now, you usually see this term in marriages that are failing. Like, oh, we got irreconcilable differences. We cannot continue. Now, if you read between the lines, what you're going to realize is that it appears that this goddamn law firm is starting to have some doubts about the veracity of some of the things that this person has claimed. Nevertheless, that's not the only thing. It appears that the law firm wants to back out because they're advising her, we should do A, B, C, and D. And she's saying, no, I want to do E, F, G, H. And they're saying, well, if we're telling you to do this and you want to do this, we get it. We're your lawyers. But remember, they're not really getting paid. And then for all these people, their reputation's on the hook, right? They want to be able to put on their little website, yo, we got this person, this amount of millions or this amount of thousands by suing Sean Combs. They don't want to be embarrassed by saying they filed a frivolous lawsuit that got eventually dismissed. So they have some type of skin in the game where they don't want these lawsuits to just go by the wayside. Also, they're realizing that, this client is biting off a little bit more than they could chew. So they want to jump off the boat because they just feel it's not worth it, most likely for them, for their reputation. Okay? Now, I actually have all the documents here, and we're going to go through it. But if you don't know who this is, we could Google her name. Her name's Andrea English. And let me see if I could get like some sort of summary on her accusation against Diddy, right? So let me see. Here we go. So 3 months ago, this is her, okay?
Another woman is accusing Sean Diddy Combs of sexual assault in a lawsuit. Adria English says she worked for Combs from 2004 to 2009. In the complaint, she accuses Combs and other defendants of using her as, quote, a sexual pawn. This is the 9th lawsuit against Combs since November and the 8th directly accusing him of sexual assault. One of the cases, filed by former girlfriend Cassie Ventura.
Okay. So that's the woman in question. By the way, her lawyer, the attorney for Andrea English, actually spoke not too long ago before they filed new documents saying they want to drop.
I think that the average folk and legal scholars are all just kind of like gobsmacked about. He was denied bail.
I wasn't gobsmacked about it. I actually predicted he would not get bail, given the circumstances, given his status. He's an alleged billionaire. What's $50 million?
I want to ask you about your client, Adria, and how much the feds talked to her beforehand, because I know in the lawsuit she names Tamiko Thomas, says she was like a Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, in our scenario, the feds already had their case and had a substantial over 100 witnesses at the time that we filed our case. So the conversation was pretty brief. Looking at the indictment, it seems like it was.
Okay, so that's the lawyer for Audrey English, right? Let's do this. So let me put up the indictment, or not the. Let me be very clear, not indictment, but the criminal allegation, the criminal complaint. So this is Audrey English. This is the lawsuit that she sued Diddy. She sued Diddy, Bad Boy Entertainment, Sean John Clothing. She sued everybody. Combs Global Enterprises, Tamiko, Jacob the Jeweler, Vibe Magazine, Penske Media, which I think they own. What does Penske Media owns again? Penske Media. They own some like hip hop outlet. I can't remember which one it is. What do they own? Jeez, sorry. I'll tell you what they own. They own Variety, Rolling Stone, Deadline, Billboard. Like, come on. So Penske Media. John and Jane Doe, which means unnamed people and unnamed organizations. Okay. Let's go through this a little bit to see what she was saying. She was basically saying that, she started off her preliminary statement by mentioning Cassie and essentially recapped all the lawsuits that was filed before her. And, even put Trey Songz in here. What the fuck? What the hell? I didn't even name Chris Brown. Oh my God. They were batting for the. So this is one of those where, like, you could tell, with all due respect, it looks like a lawsuit that's filed off of looking at the media rather than some intimate shit. Like, come on. They're putting Chris Brown in prison clothes, putting Trey Songz. Like, come on, bro. Okay. Let's go to her allegations really quickly. So they cite this Gender Motivation Act, and then they say the parties, and look who they put. They put Sean Combs with Cassie, even though Cassie's not the defendant, right? All right, okay. They mentioned a bunch of people. They mentioned French Montana, all these people. Cool. Let's get to the allegations, because that's kind of what we need to see. All right, so they start talking a little bit about all the defendants, Vibe Magazine, Penske Corporation, they said Vibe is owned by Penske. Okay, that's why. All right. Okay, cool. And then here's the plaintiff. The plaintiff, let's read a little bit about her. She's an individual who's a citizen of California. In all relevant times, she was domiciled in the state of New York. Prior to moving to New York, she participated as an actor in the adult film industry under the name Amun Unique. Okay, so already we know, third sentence in about this person, we have a porn star, or someone who's a sexual entertainer, an adult entertainer. Let me be very clear. Not porn star, because I don't know what the actual definition of that is. But she worked in the adult film industry under this pseudonym, Amun Unique. She participated in 8 adult films prior to moving to New York, which were done while the plaintiff was a teenager. The plaintiff was coerced by veteran porn star Jake Steed into doing these films with promise they would never be viewed. So she said she only did porn because they would never be viewed. Okay. Now, I don't even know if I could, I might take this off the screen. She was in Booty Talk 4. Booty Talk 4. I mean, no, there's titties on this. I can't show that. Wow. Wow. This is a lawsuit. It has fully nude. This is crazy. There's fully nude pictures in this lawsuit. What? Chat, there's fully nude. Like, I'm looking at titties and ass and pussy right now. I got to scroll down. Wow. Oh my God. Plaintiff moved to New York from California to evade. Hey, I actually learned this from my own lawyer. My lawyer said, listen, you could tell that a law firm or lawyer is overzealous when they're claiming that their client was sexually assaulted, but they have no problem putting in the original complaint that's viewable by a Google search, a naked picture of their client. Think about it. If you're saying that this person's traumatized by the fact that they were sexually assaulted, that they went through this traumatic moment, that they were exploited, this and third, why would you file a lawsuit and just put a picture of your client naked? Keep in mind, if any pornographic videos or pictures of your client that you have, you could always file as a Jane Doe to hide her identity. You could not put the picture and wait till court. You could have the pictures filed in as exhibit, but in seal. You put a naked picture in a complaint because you want people like it's like a blog post. It's salacious. You get what I'm saying? You're not trying to protect your client. You're trying to make the blogs. Okay. Plaintiff moved from New York to California to evade the disappointment of her family when they discovered she was acting in adult movies. As plaintiff was led to believe the adult movies would only be seen and purchased abroad, therefore difficult to be viewed by those who knew her personally. I believe her. Plaintiff moved to New York, destitute and homeless, with her then boyfriend, starving up and coming model Anthony Gallo. While plaintiff and her boyfriend auditioned for modeling gigs across the country, plaintiff began to go-go dance at a Hustlers nightclub. I can't show you as I'm reading because there might be porn that pops up. On her blah, 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 she attended an audition for Sean John's modeling campaign where the plaintiff accompanied her. During the audition, another modeling, Gallo was asked to perform fellatio on Combs in order to book the modeling campaign. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Time out. Wait, hold on. She said during the audition, another model and the boyfriend of this woman suing were asked to give Diddy head. So Diddy requested head from a nigga and another nigga? And I guess one of the niggas was her boyfriend. Well, you never know, it's Diddy. Mr. Gallo refused, but was later approached by employees, defendant Thomas, offering new terms. The terms being that Mr. Gallo could still book Sean John's campaign if he commanded the plaintiff to work Mr. Combs and BBE's upcoming white party in the Hamptons as a go-go dancer. As plaintiff was a well-known and talented and highly sought-after dancer at the Larry Flint's Hustler Club. In an effort to assist Mr. Gallo desire to become a model, the plaintiff would agree to what she believed to be legitimate employment with defendant Combs and BBE's entertainment at the white parties in the Hampton, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, okay, cool. So apparently they go to this white party. Let's gotta make sure there's no porn. All right. Is this naked? Oh, fuck, I can't tell if it's naked. Hold on. Okay, she has a top on. All right, so the plaintiff believed this is a legitimate opportunity. She was picked up by Thomas in a car driven by one of the defendants. Okay. I'm trying to get to the part that she said she was sexually assaulted. Plaintiff's outfit in the above picture was provided to her uniform. She was away from the party, congregated. She was used as a break room. She was encouraged directly by who's defending Thomas? Fuck, I gotta see who that was. Give me 1 second. Let me just view who that was. Who's defending Thomas? That's not the Big Joe dude, right? Who's Thomas? Defendant Thomas. Give me 1 second. No, it's Tamiko. Tamiko Thomas. Who the fuck is that? They had a picture of above. We're not going back above, though. Plaintiff was instructed, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Plaintiff was strictly instructed by defendant Combs on which bottles of alcohol and champagne female employees were to exclusively drink from, and also required plaintiffs to take narcotics offered by a white party guest. Despite forced to be in drink copious amount of alcohol and consume illicit narcotics, the encounters plaintiffs was forced to endure was excruciating. So she remember, okay. Plaintiff performed at the expectation of defendant Combs, was personally thanks for obedience by Combs, was subsequently invited for future employment at white parties. Paid in cash at the end of the night, typically ended between 4 and 6. Once the party concluded, plaintiff was paid by the defendant Thomas, who was given the money from Combs. All right, cool. Let's see. When was the sexual assault happening? Okay. All right, this is a long-ass lawsuit. Defendant Thomas was to defendant Combs as a Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein. We've seen this in so many of these lawsuits. Oh, boy. Okay. Combs makes promises of career advancement by way of music artist to the plaintiff. What? This is her again. All right. Man, this is long. I'm sorry. I can't read all this. Okay. Here's the point. Her lawyers that filed this whole lawsuit, 114 pages, as you can see, chat, right? Like, it would take us a while to just go through all this bullshit, right? Essentially, her lawyers are now saying they want to get out the case. Let's go to why, right? They filed this motion yesterday or 2 days ago in court on October 2nd, 2024, and it goes like this. The law office of Ariel Mitchell, which is this person here, so her law office, and the supported law offices submitted this memorandum of law in support of a motion, basically saying that it wants to withdraw as counsel of record for the plaintiff, right? This is what they have said, okay? Give me a second. All right. They said the argument is a few things. The argument is that it said there are 4 independent and satisfactory reasons to grant the attorney's request to withdraw as the plaintiff's counsel. The first one is the plaintiffs have provided conflicting instructions that make it unreasonable and difficult for attorneys to effectively represent the plaintiff. So a lawyer may seek to withdraw, blah, blah. So they cite a bunch of case laws. Okay, cool. So what this sounds like to me is that this person is instructing their lawyer to do multiple things. Like, for example, if you're suing someone or you're being sued and you have an attorney, your attorney is going to say to you, hey, are you interested in a settlement? Hey, are you interested in a plea deal? Hey, are you interested in, how should discovery look? How should this be? Are you interested in mediation? Are you interested in whatever? And apparently they're saying that this person is given conflicting things. Like, maybe they're like, no, fuck a settlement. We want to take it to trial. And then they might be like, yo, but if that nigga give me like $300,000 on the side, I'll just settle. You get what I'm saying? Like, these would be very contradictory to what you're telling your lawyer to do. Your lawyer's supposed to act on your behalf. So I'm guessing something of the sort might be happening. Second, there's been a breakdown between an attorney-client relationship between the attorney and plaintiff. Let's read. They're saying that there's been irreconcilable differences, and let me see why. There's a deterioration in the attorney-client relationship. And, yeah, so who knows what that means? It means that they're probably beefing, right? Like, yo, we're not dealing with each other on civil terms. We're not speaking to each other as frequently or as necessarily as a client and a counsel should be speaking. So that's what that is. Third, there are irreconcilable differences. So I'm guessing they're beefing over certain things that are just whatever. The existence of irreconcilable conflict between attorney and client is a proper basis. All right, cool. So there's citing stuff. They don't necessarily say what. Okay. Here we go. Okay. They're saying a counsel ethically could withdraw where the client insists upon a course of conduct that is contrary to judgment and advice of counsel. For example, let's say, they're going to have a investigator look at all these claims, and they might be like, hey, listen, we're not fit to go to trial. We're not fit to demand certain things. Let's get a settlement through mediation, or let's go about a certain way. Clearly, the person who is the plaintiff is telling them to do things that they don't believe is in the best interest of a client they represent. So they have a fundamental disagreement there. And that probably is, are we going to trial versus settlement, or, hey, are we going to press going forward about certain type of discovery, this and third, as opposed to maybe the attorney says, hey, we have some holes in our case and we want to avoid certain things. So there's fundamental differences. We don't know what. And fourth, they're saying that the plaintiff violated agreement between the plaintiff and counsel. And let's see what. After being warned several times about the plaintiff's tone and lack of respect, the plaintiff continued behavior and self-destructive activities, and the attorneys tried to mitigate further damages that the plaintiff was causing her case and herself. Attorney and plaintiff therefore entered into a separate agreement on September 24, 2024, in an attempt to prevent the plaintiff from continuously undermining the attorney efforts and overall case. Plaintiff subsequently breached that agreement on September 26, 2024, thereby forcing the attorneys to have no other choice but to withdraw. It should be noted that even after breaching the agreement and told the attorneys would no longer represent the plaintiff due to the breach, plaintiff continued to text attorneys as if nothing had happened. Attorneys were recently contacted by another law firm who the plaintiff has contacted for representation after plaintiff violated the agreement on September 26, causing the attorney's withdrawal. Therefore, should not object to protest the court's withdrawal of attorneys as counsel of record. Okay. All right. And the conclusion kind of sums it up. To make this a long story, the reason why they're not saying definitively what the fuck this plaintiff has done wrong, why they no longer want to represent her, they basically said that, hey, we're submitting this request to withdraw, and if you want to know more reasons without us saying it here and fucking up her case for another attorney to take on, we will disclose that in what they're calling, and you know this by now, an ex parte meeting. So they're saying, we'll show up to your chambers, judge, and we'll talk to you directly without, Diddy's lawyers being there. And we will say why we want to be off this case. And, And so for foregoing reasons, attorneys so they want off the case. Now, there is some subsequent action to this. And then I'll just wrap it up by telling you exactly what it means. So the judge actually denied the ex parte hearing in camera hearing, but then essentially accepted that there could be a letter written that will suffice instead of the in camera review. So they're like, you could write me a letter and tell me everything it is. It won't be on the record. Cool, right? Essentially, this person or this law firm pretty much will be allowed to be removed. Again, the thing with lawyers, once they sign an agreement and they enter in as counsel, they can't just say, we quit, even if you're not paying them. They can't say, we quit. They have to submit motions to the judge for the judge to say, hey, you're allowed to not represent this person anymore. Okay. What do I think is happening? It's clear that this is full of shit. You know what I mean? This attorney, from my understanding, clearly doesn't feel like this case has enough merit. This person has enough intelligence or respect that they want to represent them. And they probably feel like their own reputation is going to take a hit if they listen to the client as opposed to the client listen to them. And if it's a situation where they're that much divided, it tells me that this law firm is probably done its due diligence and realizes that certain parts of this person's case is fully cap. And if they double down and try to stand on it and it gets proven otherwise that it's fully cap, they will look incredibly stupid. So you know what they're doing? Yo, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is essentially just respectfully back out of this case, which then puts it and leads it into the question or the statement I was trying to say. If this person, or now we have two particular cases that might just be cap. Now, granted, there's hundreds of cases, or at least 100 other cases that might have merit against Diddy. But what we're seeing now is like these frivolous cases. The attorneys don't want to spend the elbow grease or the additional money to really investigate these things, especially since Diddy isn't just giving out easy settlements anymore. They're going to have to work for it. They're going to have to really take this shit to court. And I think they're all evaluating these alleged plaintiffs and saying, Some of y'all, we ain't gonna win no money with y'all, so we're getting off. Doesn't mean that Diddy's innocent. Just means that some of the liars and some of the perpetrators and some of the people who might not have a case should be worried about their own lawyers calling them out. Okay? So that's the second thing. And I think that might be all I had for this Diddy case. Because I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I've exhausted. We talked 4 hours about Diddy. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm at a fucking freak off. Now, last thing on Diddy. I'll never stop doing our chat. Here we go. All right. One thing we will realize is that the discovery for the FRICO, United States versus Sean P. Diddy Combs, apparently, and remember, the conference was 9/24, right? So 9/24. So let me recap you on Diddy's criminal proceeding. He got indicted. He got arraigned. He pled not guilty. He went for bond. They denied him. He went for bond again. They denied him. He's working on an appeal to the Second Circuit judge. That is kind of like it's like everything's on the first line. The appeal's on the second line. And the appeal could get him out of jail in the meanwhile, but his case continues on the first line. After you get arraigned and usually go through that with a magistrate or your first appearance, there's no preliminary hearing here because it was a grand jury. So immediately it then goes to relevant matters. Is there bail? Then there's a pretrial conference set. That is a conference that is going to address all the things that need to be handled. For example, if Diddy was not a resident of the United States, his immigration status and what ICE and, maybe immigration law would come in there. Obviously, Diddy is, so that's not a thing. What comes up here is the most relevant thing, among other things, but the most relevant thing is discovery. To fight this case, you need discovery. Also, what's probably going to come up here is, will Diddy opt, even though he's going to have to elect for this in court, is he going to opt for a potentially speedy trial? Speedy trial means they have to start your trial or give you a trial in a very fairly relatively quick basis, as opposed to all these pushbacks and setbacks. Like I think even in federal court, no one's getting a trial the same year, so you would probably have to get it the next year. So we probably wouldn't see Diddy, even in a courtroom, really fighting this case for the trial, probably till 2026. That's kind of like the timeline and how all these court systems are bogged down. And also there's a bunch of different steps in between. Anyway, here's the point. The next step is discovery. Diddy has to see what they have against him. They're going to maybe put the baby oil in there. They're going to say, hey, we have a wiretap. We have a video of you fucking a 14-year-old. I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying this would be in discovery. Anything that they could use against him in this current case. Now, this doesn't mean the superseding indictment. The superseding indictment, the discovery for that would be later when that's filed. But everything having to do with this current indictment, which means we all know Cassie is the only victim, and it's pretty much the Cassie case. Everything they have that is supporting this indictment in showing that Cassie's a victim, not only for count 2, but also detailing this racketeering organization, and they got to even call names. Hey, we have this cooperating witness. Hey, we have this person who was a confidential witness. We have whatever. They have to show their hands to Diddy. The time frame on that could be 60 days. It could be 90 days. It could go up to 120. Extensions are usually given with these. So, within the next 6 months or so, we should expect Diddy to have full full discovery. But while doing that, there was a document filed today that the prosecutors agreed with the defense, and I could imagine the defense does not want anything about the discovery to go public. Why? He's facing a lot of civil suits, and all the civil suits have built off the Cassie case, and anything that comes out in criminal court, they're going to add what's in his discovery in criminal court to their case. So trying to help him out that way, and also not to cause additional embarrassment, they went to the prosecutor and said, hey, could we not have any of this discovery make it to social media? And the government, the prosecutors, they agreed. Categories. The government will make disclosure to the defendant, the documents, objects, and information, including electronic and stored information, ESI, as a courtesy or pursuant to blah, 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 and the government general obligation to produce exculpatory and impeachment material in criminal cases. Okay, this is the Brady, situation here. So if they brought in a witness or they brought someone to the grand jury that said Diddy ain't R-word none of these bitches, they have to give that statement to Diddy. If they have a video or recording of a woman saying, man, I don't think Diddy, be like, really? Yeah, Diddy ain't R-word us, but like, we really need some bread, so we gonna say he did. They got to give that to Diddy, even though they're trying to prosecute him. That's exculpatory evidence. They would have to give that to him, or they would face Brady violations, and that could be potentially dismissal of the case. But the feds ain't gonna make that mistake, I think. All right. Anyway, cool. So, so they then say, here we go. The government disclosure may include materials that affect the privacy and confidentiality of individuals. So here's the thing. Witnesses, remember, when you go to trial, you have a right to face your accusers and also the witnesses that are going to be possibly taking a stand. Now, if we get a list of the witness list, we know who's going to be snitching on him, and we know who would probably in them freak offs. So, I've seen people play around with it. Oh, there's a Diddy list, like how they have an Epstein list. I don't know if Diddy necessarily had a list himself, but there's a list of people who the prosecutors have who they feel have been in these activities with Diddy that are probably going to be the witnesses. And I think that's what they're trying to stop from coming out. So they don't want to affect the privacy or confidentiality of those individuals, would impede or prematurely disclose the government's ongoing investigation of uncharged individuals, basically saying that there are probably co-conspirators in there that they don't want to, alert that they might get charged later. I get that too. Would risk the prejudicial pretrial publicity if it's publicly disseminated. So this last one goes to the government's case, 3, but 4 goes to the defense case. Yeah, if we see a video of Diddy fucking a knocked out female, and that goes all across the media, guilty nigga, right? 4, it may be produced with more limited redactions than otherwise be necessary. Okay, so they're saying that they want it to be not seen to the public because they don't want those redactions. And number 5, that's not authorized to disclose to the public or disclose beyond that which is necessary for the defense of the criminal case. Okay, cool. Sealed material. Certain government disclosure material referred to herein as sealed material contains information that identifies or could lead to the identification of witnesses who may be subject to intimidation or obstruction or persons. Okay, so they're talking about the witnesses. Attorneys only possession certain material. By the way, chat, here's the thing. Everybody's going to get this, right? They said the same thing in Tory Lanez case. Who got the discovery? Remember, they're like, how did I get the discovery? Come on, man. I get that. Listen, I get that clerk $1,000. She sent me everything, nigga. Come on, man. Now, I just have to be careful with the feds because you never want to play with the feds. I have to see if, I'm just in the media. I don't think if I get it somehow. Am I winking right? I don't think if I get it somehow, I could be in trouble, and that's all I care about. But Discovery, we gonna get that shit in a minute. What the fuck? First of all, TMZ gonna get it. If I can't get it, TMZ gets it. And to keep it real, shit, y'all should know the media game by now. I work with TMZ. I'll let them pay the fee, and we both bust it down. I don't give 2 fucks, nigga. I'm in the media game, nigga. We about to eat. What the fuck you talking about? Nigga, you know how many times I've been talking to people and there's like some really good information. They're like, you'll pay for it? How much you want? Yeah, I'm not paying you a fucking dime, but hold on 1 second. Let me get you TMZ. I get TMZ to pay the bag. Me and TMZ, we schedule them posting it first. I get them like 2 hours. They post it first, and then I come in right afterwards, and then I get my thing off. You feel what I'm saying? I said they get the exclusive, but I'm number 2. It's cool. As long as they pay the bread, I'm straight with that. So this will probably come out. I'll talk to TMZ niggas. I'll see what it is. Jack, I don't think y'all realize TMZ works with people. Like they work with the feds, they work with the police, and they work with other blogs. You know what I mean? By the way, if any of y'all ever have a real good videotape that y'all want to sell, act not paying for it for you. But if y'all do want a bag and it's TMZ worthy, I'll get the bag for you from TMZ, 100%. All right, okay, this blah blah blah. All right, cool. So they're defendants. So they're saying Diddy could only review the disclosure in the presence of the Bureau of Prisons. Okay, wow. So he can't have it in a cell. He could only review it in the presence of the Bureau of Prisons of Bureau of Prisons or law enforcement personnel, defense counsel, or personnel whose conduct defense is responsible. I could imagine at some point they're going to try to lift this because Diddy should have all the discovery just in a cell. It's, obviously they're worried about privacy and maybe somebody gets a hold of it. But, if you're fighting for life.
Everyone knows every time Diddy's name comes up in something, it's always some freaky issue by the sea, man. Now, in what's new, you feel me? Now, new information's coming out. Diddy lost a lawsuit where he essentially owes $100-something million. That person, I'm not gonna lie, bro, you're never seeing that money. It's sad to say. You're never ever seeing that money ever. Yeah. Is the diddler. You're never seeing that money. Got some of the best lawyers in the world. He's a billionaire. Still, supposedly. You feel me? He's liquidating his assets now. Selling houses and doing all that. But bro, you're not seeing any money. Like, Diddy's, the only reason he won the case because Diddy just never went to court. That's it. But it's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how you guys feel about everything. And I'm out.